things are made from one, and in the end, all things return to one.
In other words, one is all.
Indeed, and all is one as well.
All is ultimately of the one. So if all is not included in the one, then all is nothing.
You have passed.
Peace. Now's the vibrate. Y'all know what it is. I never heard it said like this, and this is the most perfect way, from my experience looking at my Chiron placement. And I didn't give an introduction to this video talking about the Chiron placement, just in a simple little perspective of, because I feel like it's a subtle difference when, so say for instance, it's a difference when you have a wound that you are working to heal and you know you could heal it, and then a wound that you know you won't be able to heal, but you just have to learn how to, move forward with that wound. And I feel like that subtle difference, makes a big difference in your approach and your mental state, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether you being, for lack of a better word, realistic or delusional about something, as far as healing the wound, like, where it's almost severed off and it's like, oh, I'ma still be able to walk tomorrow. It's like, no, your leg almost severed off. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as, again, like keeping it real about wounds. But when it comes to Chiron, like the key to understanding the Chiron aspect is that it's not a wound that you're necessarily gonna heal. Because this where is really important. Most of your negative thoughts, kind of get triggered by, let's say, for instance, if you got some type of symptom and you thinking, oh man, I could get rid of this, I gotta get rid of this, then every time that symptom pops up, you kind of get discouraged, and if you keep getting discouraged, then you're creating a pattern of constantly feeling discouraged. But if you knew that wound was unhealable, and in essence, you just had to learn how to move forward with it, then when you see the symptoms of that wound coming up, you ain't gonna trip mentally. It's like, hey, that's something I gotta move forward with. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that might have some type of injury, but from here on out, they gotta still kind of maneuver a little different than before that injury, because that injury gonna kind of, stick with them. So they gotta learn how to move forward with that injury. And that's very important, again, because that subtle difference, it's funny how the subtleties, what I'm saying, that subtle difference could, again, understanding the difference of the Chiron wound being something that's unhealable compared to thinking that you're going to heal it in this lifetime, or completely heal it. Like, I'm going to completely heal my Chiron wound, when technically is there, or the placement itself is representing a wound that you're not going to be able to heal, but that you have to continue forward with. Hence, in essence, the name, the wounded healer. Like, you're going to be healing while still with that wound. You know what I'm saying? That wound is still going to be there, but you're learning how to heal yourself and help others heal themselves. And again, be present / move forward while with that wound. You know what I'm saying? So if it's a throat chakra wound, you got to understand that wound going to be there, but you kind of keep finding ways to progress and move forward and communicate even with that wound existing. You know what I'm saying? You got a Pisces wound. You know what I'm saying? You find ways to still, even though, the Pisces deals with, dreams or creativity. It deals with the subconscious and paying karmic debts. If you have a wound in that area, it's like having to understand, like, all right, this is going to exist. I have to move forward, and create, little practices and rituals or daily routines that help me better, help me to move forward, you know what I'm saying, in a healthy manner, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the Chiron wound should be looked at as something that is quote unquote unhealable, in the essence of, not looking at it like you're going to completely heal it in this lifetime, because that would be kind of, again, that you would create the mental stress and become disappointed thinking that you're meant to heal it. You're going to constantly be disappointed. And again, I want to just harp on that one more time, you know what I'm saying? That simple notion of, the difference in when you know a wound is healable and when you know it's not. And again, just bringing yourself to that space, where when you think something is gonna go a certain way, again, you think you could heal this wound. So you like, oh yeah, I'm gonna heal this wound. And every day you wake up, it's not healed, or you wait a couple of months and it's still not healed. You're gonna keep discouraging yourself mentally and emotionally. Is going to create a mental and emotional pattern, and a mental and emotional pattern also becomes like a whirl, like a little whirlpool, like a little whirl, like a little tourist field, like a little, in essence, entity, you know what I'm saying, in so many ways, kind of like the pain body spoken of in the book The Power of Now, So with that awareness that, hey, this Chiron heal is something this Chiron wound is something that I'm going to constantly have to, move forward with, you know what I'm saying? Like this limp you got, you're going to have to find a way to maneuver with that limp, you know what I'm saying? Or your arm kind of has that pinched nerve and it's going to kind of be like that. Then you got to find ways to, how can I provide goods and services knowing that I got this pinched nerve in my, you know what I'm saying? I'm using, again, you could substitute pinched nerve in the arm for all kind of, for whether it's a mental wound, an emotional wound, or physical wound, or astral or etheric wound, all levels of wounds, no matter what it is, you could apply that. But again, it's like, how can I apply goods and services knowing that I have this mental wound that I have to move forward with? Or how can I provide goods and services knowing that I got this emotional wound to move forward with? How can I provide goods and services knowing that I have this etheric wound, you know what I'm saying, that I have to be present and move forward with, you know what I'm saying? And you get the picture, but that would be the better way, or the best way, to look at the Chiron placement, you know what I'm saying? Is a wound that's gonna be there, but you learning how to stay present and move forward along with having that wound, But that's simply it. That's all I wanted to share. Moving, getting those little downloads in the dark, But just want to share that now as the vibrate. Peace. Not too far in the future, not too far in the past, right now.